Alright, and continuing on to the last half of our little assignment. So Miss Dalton, a little triathlete, is swimming Cape Cod Canal, and she's swimming east at 2.5 miles per hour. Arrow, 2.5 mph. And then, but the current is flowing south at 0.8 miles per hour. And so here's our two vectors, kind of helping us model this. So it will be turn into component form. You're looking at 2.5 and then 0.8 for our components. Now to get the resulting speed, you're going to take both of those, square them, and add that result together, and then square root it. So if you take 2.5 and you square that, you're looking at 6.25. And 0.8 squared is actually going to give you 0.64. And when you add those guys together, you'll get 6.89. If you square root that, you're looking at 2.6, which is about 3 miles per hour, because we're rounding to the nearest whole number. Otherwise, I'd just go like 2.6 miles an hour. Anyway, on the next one, you have a plane flying north at 500 miles an hour. But the wind is coming up out of the east. So if it's coming from the east, that means it's heading west at 20 miles per hour. And those two components there help us get our vector. Our vector would be negative 2,500. And use that to help us get our resulting speed. So take negative 20, square that. Take 500, square that. And negative 20 squared is 400. 500 squared is 25 with 4 zeros, so 250,000. If you combine those together, we now be looking at the square root of 250,400. And when you do that square root, you get 500.399, which is about 500 miles per hour. The 20 miles an hour really doesn't give a full mile per hour difference. Moving on to 7, boat's going south at 35 miles per hour. But the current is moving east at 8 miles per hour. And so our vector would come from the horizontal component, 8 miles per hour, and the y component of 35 miles per hour. So those are our two components, and we're going to use those to get our speed, or the magnitude. So take 8 squared, take negative 35 and square it, add those together, and then square it, and you'll have a result. 8 squared is 64. Negative 35 squared is 1,225. And if you add those together, you're looking at the square root of 1,289. And if you do that square root, you'll get 35.9, which is about 36 miles per hour. And finally, the last one, sailboat's heading east at 18 miles an hour. But the current is moving south at 3 miles per hour. And so those two bits are going to make our components 18 and negative 3, because, well, south, we're going to say it's negative. And now we need to get the magnitude, or the speed. So you're going to take 18, square that, take negative 3, and square that. 18 squared is 324. Negative 3 squared is 9. So we're looking at the square root of 333 miles per hour. Well, if you do that square root, you're going to get about 18.2, which is about 18 miles per hour. And there's your whole assignment.